there, everybody. Welcome to Red Puts Art in Your Face. I'm back. I know this is a little later than we normally do it. That would probably be because I was in the car driving back home during the time period where I would normally be streaming, and then I had to reset everything up. So yeah, that's why it's a little bit later today. But I got everything set up. I got a few new things set up. I'm glad to be home. So glad to be home. So we're just gonna jump in and start the art stream. Here we go. Alright, so this is just a silly, fun project I decided to work on. While I was gone. I was gonna do it for an art stream on Tuesday, or work on it for an art stream on Tuesday, but then I got sick, so nothing got done. Nothing got done, like, at all. I was fairly sick. Hi, Phoenix! Yeah, so that's why, where is it? There it is. That's why there was no art stream on Tuesday, and that's why this one is late, because I was being driven home. So, I'm glad to be home. It's nice to be home. It was like 10 degrees warmer in the house than outside when I got home, but that's fine. It's fine. I got it settled. It's all good. That might actually be too late. I think that's too late. Let's get rid of that. We're gonna go darker. We're gonna go darker. There we go. That way. It's still technically a color. It's not black. But it's dark enough it could be black. Alright. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was not nice. I didn't like that. It's very quiet, though. This is going to be one of the probably quietest art streams I've ever done. Why? Because there's nobody here. It's just me. I went from being alone in a house that was unfamiliar to alone in a house that I now live in. Oh, it's unfamiliar to you guys. It's very familiar to me. I spent like 15 years of my life in that house. So glad to be home. Let's leave it at that. I'm very glad to be home. It's good to be home. It's especially good to be home because it seemed like I wouldn't get home today, which would have been irritating. But I did get home today. I did. And that's what matters, is that I got home today. And now I can just relax and not have to worry about anything. Like whether or not I vacuumed good enough. I'm not going to get started on the whole thing, but basically, I was house sitting for my mom. And this is like normally a job she'd pay like somebody $200-300 to do. And I did it for free. So, I mean, that was not the assumption when I was going to watch the house. I was under the assumption that I was going to be paid for my work. I was not. She left me food and money for food, and that was it. So, it's fine. Whatever. I'm home now. That's all I care about. I'm home. I'm no longer with aggravating family. Which, I do love my family. I do. I love them a lot. It's just they can be a lot to handle. And I'm going to have to see them again this coming Sunday because it's Easter. And Easter is a time to spend with family, apparently. So, that's something I'll be doing. And what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing suckers. Suckers for my weirdo Cuttlefish guy here that I'm drawing. I should probably point out that my Cuttlefish is not sad. He's tired. These are tired face. It's tired face. To be fair, I look very sad when I'm tired, so that may have transferred into this when I was drawing it. And why did I draw this, you ask? Well, I was drawing it mostly for fun. I wanted to see if I could draw something so unbearably cute. And the answer is yes. Yes, I could. Ooh, you're going to SakuraCon? Well, that sounds fun. Have fun at SakuraCon, Phoenix. I hope it's awesome. I think I have some friends going to SakuraCon, or no, they went to WonderCon. Yeah, they went to WonderCon, which, good for my friends. I'm glad my friends are having fun at cons. I am not going to a convention. I cannot afford it. I could afford it, though, if somebody would, if more people bought some merchandise of my artwork in our shop, or supported us on Patreon. Yeah, or hit that follow button. Any one of those. You know, feel free to shout us out to our friends if you think they'd like, if you think they'd enjoy watching us. You know. In the meantime, if I start getting a little crazy here, it's because I'm alone. And when I'm alone, I start doing things. Like talking to myself. Fly? How did the fly get in here? No fly. No flies. Basically, I wanted to work on my expressions and a couple of other things, basically. So I decided I was going to try something a little bit different. And I drew this. Spent. Hi, Seaberry! I'm so glad to see you! Hi! It's a very low-key art stream. I'm a little strung out. I spent a lot of today in the car. And a lot of time today waiting to get into the car. I had my stuff like packed and ready to go by like 7 o'clock this morning. Didn't leave until close to 1. I spent a lot of time basically going like, well, we could be driving. We could be on the road right now. I don't know why we're not on the road, but we're not on the road. So, I'm a little tired. I'm a little strung out. It's fine. I went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning last night because I had tea at like 10 because I had to go and pick mom up. Well, no, not 10. 9:30. 9:30 I had a crap ton of tea. It was like extra strong too because I put in 2 bags. So that was a crap ton of caffeine. And I had that really late at night because I had to go pick up my, well, not late at night. I say late because I've been going to bed like super freaking early for me. And I did that because I had to pick my mom up at like 10 at the airport, and it's like a 15-30 minute drive, so I was like, I should drink some caffeine so I'm awake for this. Especially since people who drive at the airport are assholes and or idiots and basically drive me insane. I don't like driving at airports. People piss me off. I had like 2 different people break the law right in front of me and a cop. I was just like, really? Really? We're gonna do this? Because look, people, your car is not that big. Mine's bigger. And I have a metal frame. So if we get into an accident, I'm not the one who's gonna die. I might have had some road rage. I was very tired. I'm still tired. So tired, man. It's just like, cause, okay, the airport that I picked my mom up at, it's got this like, you know, you drive, it's a smaller airport, so you can drive around fairly quickly. But there's this one spot where the basically like, the return to like turn around and go back to check the terminal again is, it meets up with, you know, entering the terminal for the first time people. And I was driving in to get to the terminal for the first time, and it's a one-way street, and there's this stop sign, right, for the people who are, like, coming from the airport to go back to the airport. And you're supposed to stop, because it's a one-way friggin' street, and these people have a stop sign, so they're supposed to stop. I had the right of way, and this guy decides that he's just gonna go anyway. And he's in this basically like a minivan, and I'm driving this, like, fairly old Toyota 4Runner, and I'm just like, you know what, guy? I don't have enough reason to live to like miss you with my car. So if you do, like, if you piss me off, I was so mad. You, like, pulled in, and I was just like, seriously? Do you have a death wish? And or where is a cop when you need one? Because that was illegal. You almost caused an accident. You're a jackass. And then, finally, I see this, like, this person loading up the car, getting ready to move out from in front of the terminal. And I'm like, yes, I can take that spot. So, and the car in front of them was leaving too. So I'm like, oh, cool, I can just pull all the way forward, right? No, because this fucking Honda Civic decides he's gonna pull in at the last fucking second. And I was like, why would you do that? Why? I would leave plenty of room behind me for you. Why would you pull up in front of me? Why are you doing this? It's so late and I'm so tired, and why? Why are you being mean? There may have been a lot more swearing and a lot more this person is a jackass than that. It may have been a lot more swearing. There was a lot of swearing, and my mom called, like, right then, and I was, like, just swearing out this other car while my mom is talking to me, asking me where I am, and I'm like, I'm right here. There's this ass right behind this asshole Honda Civic. I apparently remember car types when I'm very tired. I'm stressed out, you guys. I'm stressed out. This whole 5 days thing has been very stressful. I'm tired. I'm just gonna draw my thing and be happy. Look at this cute little thing. It's a cute little cuttlefish dragon. It's so cute. I'm just gonna draw this and be happy. Yay, happy. I'm gonna be happy with my new little PB vinyl pop that was waiting for me as I came in. PB from Mass Effect Andromeda, yay! And the new furniture that I've already started to fill. And yeah, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna watch some cartoons. And I'll be fine. I'm fine. I'm so tired, but I'm fine. How are you guys? How is everybody? Ooh, ooh. Mm. Mm. Thankfully, unlike my last stream, there should be no doggy interruptions. No loud dog barking. Not this time. Nope. There is no more loud dog. Dog is with mom. I shall miss dog, because I love my puppy. But I missed home probably even more. So there you go. I like living here, guys. It's nice. It's very quiet. I like the quiet. Quiet is nice. Kind of tired of people asking me, you know, why bother living out there? What are you doing all the time? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm living my life. Why you gotta keep asking me questions about it? I just want to be home and happy. Right? Yeah. I was like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home and relax and not have to deal with things. So, I'm glad I'm home. I am glad I am home. I'm glad to be drawing for you guys again. I'm glad to be streaming again. I actually did really miss streaming. I was like all set to stream while I was at my mom's place until I got whatever the hell it was that I got. I think it was some kind of stomach bug. I think I gave it to myself because my mom and I got this these two quiches from Costco. And I was reading the microwave instructions, and it's like, cut off a piece, stick it in the microwave, cook for 2 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow the instructions, because that seems, you know, like the smart thing to do. So I did that, not realizing that it was probably meant for the whole thing to be cooked for 2 minutes, and not this little tiny sliver that I'd cut off. So I kind of, like, burnt it to a crisp. And then ate it anyway, because I was like, I'm not gonna bother cooking another piece. That seems like a waste of food. This is fine. I'll just eat it. And then almost immediately afterwards, I had like the worst stomach problems. Just the worst. I was not a happy camper. Felt like I swallowed molten glass. Look at that cutie pie. I need to draw my suckers. The sucker. Let me draw the suckers. His tentacles have suction cups. So I need to draw some suction cups. Also, I'm sorry to the people who were on Discord who managed or who saw my, like, giant rant post this morning. That's kind of what happens if I'm tired and mildly irritated, is I just start ranting about things. It's not the first time I've done it. I've actually got this whole section on my personal Tumblr, which I've basically abandoned, and probably has been since been deleted by Tumblr. That was basically me going off on, like, certain topics and stuff, because I was just like, no, I'm tired and irritated, so now here's a rant. And I think one of them in particular was, like, I had seen this Facebook post, and it was like, Greek, like, what Greek god is your sign? And it was like, the only one that they got right was Aries, and I think I got really mad because I'm like, but the fucking zodiac is already a part of Greek mythology. Why wouldn't you just do the fucking basic research and find out what gods are in this stupid... Ah! So then I just went on this rant on Tumblr about it. I was just like, no, listen here. This is not the thing. Just, I'm very passionate about Greek mythology, you guys. I don't know if you knew that about me. I really like Greek mythology. But God help you if you get it wrong, apparently. God help you. How am I gonna do this? Anyway, I've been having this, like, weird conundrum lately because, Rob got me back into Transformers, because I haven't been into Transformers since, like, I was like 7 or 8. Because, like, when I was little, you know, it was Beastformers, and Beastformers was the crap. It was the shit, because, I mean, it was, like, animals that turned into robots. So, like, basically people. And I was like, this is awesome, I love it. And I kind of fell in love with it, and I loved Beastformers growing up. It was like my favorite thing. But then, you know, the next one, not Beastformers, so, like, why would I continue watching it? They're not animals anymore. I don't understand. What is this thing? So I just stopped watching. I was just not very into it after that. And Robert has been trying, God bless him, Robert has been trying to get me into Transformers ever since he's known me. So probably close to 17 years now? Like, I want to say 17 years. Probably less than that? Who knows? All I know is that it's been a really long time. He's been trying to get me into Transformers for a really long time. And it's not been very successful, mostly because my brain either goes to Beastformers, which is not Beastformers anymore, so, like, that just makes me sad, or to the Michael Bay films, which are fucking terrible. So I'm like, no, why would I want to get into this? This seems stupid. Not realizing that the IDW comics are really good, and you know what? Transformers Prime is, like, right in that area of, like, wow, this is good, I like this, this is good. And you know what? Animated was a fairly good series, too. You could really tell that the writers from Teen Titans are super bitter, but, like, it was a good show. So, like, he got me into reading that stuff, and I kind of fell into the IDW comics from there, and the IDW comics they're just so good, and it's like, it's way more emotional than you think it's gonna be, and you're like, why am I having feelings for robots? And, like, I have had this situation with certain fandoms before where I'm really excited about, like, all the good artwork and everything that's in it, but then I also get kind of mad at myself for, like, being so fucking sappy about it, or, like, falling way too fast into the fandom, which can happen. You know, you spend way too much time basically being like, I love this thing. Damn it, I love this thing too much. And now it's everywhere. God help me. And that's basically what's happened with Transformers. Is like I've gotten way too, like, into it again way too fast, and I'm just like, damn it. I love Ratchet, and I love this stupid Rodimus with his stupid face. I love all the robots. I love that they're all basically gay. I'm mad. And then I just go angrily searching through, like, all the artwork on Tumblr, and I'm like, ah, it's so cute. Ah, I'm mad that it's cute. And then it's just like this, like, whiplash of, oh my god, everything's so cute. I love it. Look how cute it is. And then going, ah, it's cute. Fuck you. Why is it cute? God damn it. Because I just get mad at myself because I'm like, I thought I was never going to do this again. I swore I would never do it again, and here I am, doing it again. And anyway, that's how my, like, stupid gay backgrounds have kind of exploded with more robots. So many robots. It's just so many robots, you guys. So many stupid gay robots. God damn it. Robert, why? Alright. I will get this tentacle down if it kills me. There we go. Yay, cute tentacle. Alright. Yes, very robots. I like the robots. You know what, it really did it is Robert introduced me to Knockout, and I was like, that robot's too pretty. And then I kind of fell in love with the stupid freaking robot. Because he was so pretty. He's just unreasonably, like, just unreasonable amounts of pretty. Why is he so pretty? He's so pretty, he makes me mad. I hope there are birds in the backyard eating the bread I put out there. I hope they're out there. I hope they're enjoying themselves. I really do. That's not being facetious. I actually really do hope those birds are enjoying themselves. Kind of got mauled by my aunt and uncle's cat while I was away. To be fair, little bit my fault. I really should not have been petting her. She looked kind of pissed off, but then again, Cookie always looks a little pissed off. Like, I feel so bad for this cat, because this cat always kind of looks like it's about ready to, like, tear somebody a new one. And normally, I'm very good with cats, even when they're ticked. But, yeah, Cookie swatted at me, and their paw got stuck in my jacket, so she kind of mauled me. So now my hand is covered with little kitty cat scratches. Lots and lots of kitty cat scratches. I'm looking forward to Easter. My cousins from Washington are coming down, so that'll be fun. The last time they saw me, my hair was longer. I had it in this asymmetrical bob kind of thing, because I was trying to go edgier, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it yet. And I was basically like, let's just ease our way into this, like, whole, like, androgynous haircut thing. Because, I mean, I was still kind of coming out. I wasn't all the way out yet, so I was just like, I'm gonna ease myself into this. You know, and then almost immediately after the wedding, I came out all the way, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna cut my hair. So they haven't seen me since then, and now my hair is like this awesome, like, undercut thing going on, so I'm excited to see them. Plus, I love my cousin Amy. She's cool, you know. And her husband Rylan is really cool. So, and I'm kind of really close to like the extended parts of my dad's side of the family. I'm less close to the extended parts of my mom's side, although my uncle, my mom's brother, is coming down like almost immediately after I leave for Easter. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Mostly because his daughter who lives down here, my cousin, she had a baby, so I now have a second cousin, which is fun. No, sorry, a first cousin once removed. That's what that is. Yeah. Anyway, it's a very cute baby. Although my mom was having this conversation with my uncle about my cousin's baby, and it freaked me out because my mom was like, "Oh yeah, babies get jaundiced all the time. You know, Red got jaundiced like a week after I brought her home from the hospital." I was like, "What? This is news to me. What do you mean I had jaundice?" My mom was like, "Yeah, you had jaundice," and I was like, "What? You never told me this." And she's like, "Yeah, I mention it all the time." I'm like, "No, you freaking don't. This is the first time I've ever heard this story. What do you mean I had jaundice? This seems like something that's important to know." Well, like, a lot of babies get it. Okay, but this is a story you've literally never told before. And I've heard all the baby stories, so what the F? She's like, "I put you in the sun, it was fine." I was like, "What? Do you see how pale I am? I was just putting me in the sun, making everything better. I'm so confused." Like, I thought that's how I got a sunburn for the first time. What's happening? What world do I live in? This was not something I was... This is not a story I'm familiar with. You've literally never told this story. No, I haven't told it all the time. No, you freaking don't. And that's how that conversation went. Keith's little feet. One, two, three, four. Yep. That is the correct number of toes that a person should have. Or in this case, a weird cuttlefish dragon. Okay, so now, hang on just 1 second, guys, because I gotta switch this over to Manga Studio for the coloring part of this. Oh God, I just had to look at my my background because it changed, because I have it set to change every 30 minutes, and now it's a new one, and I'm like, that's a robot. Nope. This is my hold music. I hope you like it. We're on hold while I finish setting up. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that was. I was just playing around. Okie dokie. Now that that's all set up, save. That's beautiful. Save this first. Okay, good. Hi, OBS. And here we go. Alright, we're back. Yay. Oh, and for those of you wondering what my background is, that's my background! It's stupid Rodimus doing something stupid. I don't know. Stupid fucking robots. God damn it, now I'm pissed. I'm actually pissed. I'm just... Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna try and make this quick, because I wanted to do something different. So we're gonna try doing this a bit faster than normal. Ah, no. You know what? Eh. 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 Okay. Yep. Wait. Yeah, okay. I don't even know who is still here, or if anyone is here at all. Hello, hello. Haven't heard from anybody since C. Berry said robots. Yep, okay. Oh man, okay, so, something to talk about. Well, alright, so the other day, I thought I was going crazy and or blind, because I had this, like, weird fucking, because, okay, here's the thing, I'm genetically predisposed to getting to migraines. I get them like a lot. And one of the things that can happen before migraine is you'll get what is called an aura, which is kind of this like it's like when you stare at a light or the sun and then you look away and you know how you get that like weird kind of like black dot in your vision. It's like that. And most of the time when I get them, you know, it is like I fucking looked at a light and then I look away and now it's there. But it's there even when I close my eyes, and, like, it's there all the time, like, no matter what I do, like, even if I'm not looking at a light, it's just always there, and then immediately after that will come, you know, the start of the pain, most of the time at the base of my neck, but sometimes it'll start, like, right at the temples, and then, you know, then it'll just feel like my head is in a vice and somebody's squeezing. But this time it was different. It was like right out of the corner of my eye, so I thought it was going crazy, you know, because it's just like randomly there's this like thing in the corner of your eye and you can't quite see it, and it's like squiggly dots and black, and you think you're going freaking blind, and I was like for real about ready to have a panic attack, and then the pain came, and I was like, oh, it's a migraine. That's a different kind of aura. So I just, like, immediately went to bed and it was, like, 8 o'clock at night. I was like, this is really early. This is really, really freaking early for me. And that's why I had to drink tea yesterday. So I went to bed the night before at 8 o'clock at night. And then I slept for 10 hours. Ugh, migraines are a bitch, I tell you. I was just out of it. Oh, and they hurt. They hurt so bad. It's like sounds and light are just physically painful. Migraines suck, man. You feel like you're gonna vomit all the time. It's not great. Migraines are awful, and I hate them. But hey, at least I'm coloring this cool thing. Yay. Sorry, this is not a very engaging art stream, guys. I would try to make it more engaging, but there's nobody here, and it's hard to be, you know, engaging all on your own. I'm trying my best. I'm also exceedingly tired. I woke up at 6:30 this morning, which is very early for me. I went to bed at 1 in the morning. I probably fell asleep at 2. So I've had like 4 hours of sleep. I'm fairly tired. I'm tired. I'm very tired. I remembered striation, Which, when I start remembering my big words, that's when you know I'm tired. Because apparently, I only start talking like I actually know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, like using actual intellectual words when I'm fucking tired. Or when I'm drunk. But not too drunk, just slightly drunk. It's weird. I don't know why that's a thing. But it's a thing. It's a thing specific to me. And maybe Hemingway. Maybe. I doubt it. I think he just liked to drink. Anyway, we're gonna clean this up, and then I think... What the... Oh no! I gotta take this. Alright. Bye guys. Hello everyone and welcome to Red Puts Art in Your Face. We are back. I am back with the actual people in the house this time.
Yay! Hello everybody!
Hello Mikella.
Is it just me or does, like, on most of the art streams lately, have I always been, like, eating something?
You have. I think it's become a thing, which is fine. That's fine.
Welcome to Red Puts Art in Your Face while Mikella eats stuff.
Yep. And hello there Peter. Peter's here for once. That's going to be fun. And Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix. Alright, right. It would help if I got if I woke up my tablet here. Because my tablet does this thing where it likes to put itself to sleep. So I have to wake it up. So we're going to be continuing what I was working on Tuesday.
Aww,
because
that's so cute.
Isn't it? I was trying out something new. I wanted to see if I could do something that was just like pure adorableness.
Aww.
So that's what we're working on today.
Cute face.
Oh my god. Okay, so first of all, one thing that's changed is we got a kind of a new TV. It's not actual new.
We shut up, Peter.
Red puts art in your face while Kelly stuffs hers.
Anyway. So,
siblings.
Rob and I went to Vegas to visit his grandparents.
Yes.
And they were wanting to get a new TV.
Oh, okay.
Mostly so that the old folks can read the subtitles on their TV shows better.
Okay.
So they got a bigger one.
Bigger than this?
Yes.
Because it's 52 inches, and that's bigger than I've ever had, ever.
Oh, like, yes.
Ever in my entire life. The only thing bigger than this, for me, is a movie theater. So this has been, like, crazy. The first time they plugged it in, I was like, I feel like I'm in Star Trek, and I'm sitting in front of a view screen.
But yeah. So they wanted to get a bigger TV. So they did. And they were like, oh, Robert was wanting to get another TV. Let's ask him. He basically said, yeah, sure, we'll take your old TV. So the new TV is now here, and it is big and beautiful, and wow, can you see everything?
It's fucking huge, man. It's basically the biggest thing ever. Or at least in my opinion it is. I don't know, some people have bigger TVs. It's just, I'm not used to it. And hang on, I want to see what my new background is. Because again, my background changes every 5 seconds. Oh, okay. So that's Senator Shockwave and Optimus. Okay. Have I mentioned my backgrounds are full of gay robots? Because my backgrounds are full of gay robots.
Oh, to answer Peter's question, my dad's house went from, I want to say it was like a 13-inch TV to a TV that's about this size.
Holy crap, man.
So it's not quite as big of a mega upgrade that Dad got, Peter.
Yeah.
But it's pretty darn close.
Like, the largest TV I think we've ever had was, oh god, that huge fucking one that I dropped on my leg and nearly shattered my femur with.
That is awful.
I bruised the bone. It was so funny because the emergency room staff were like, well, you just dropped a TV, and you're like, oh, you're such a hypochondriac. And I was like, no, you don't understand. This was a 10-year-old, like, 15-inch flat screen TV. It had a gigantic back to it. It weighs more than I do. And they're like, why were you moving it? I wanted to see if there was something wrong so I could fix it. It was 10 years old. That's what was wrong with it.
The TV at Dad's house grew up.
Jesus Christ. At least ours didn't do that. But I did.
Yay! Thank you, Archcon, for resubbing.
Yay! Thank you. No,
You
yes.
are the best.
Yeah, no, so basically it fell and right on my thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically lying on the tile floor in my living room next to the TV because I had managed to like shift it off of my leg.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like sitting there on the floor screaming for like 2 hours because I thought my friend Jenny, who was living with us at the time, was there. She was not there. It was really hard to tell the difference because Jenny is forever quiet. Like, you didn't know if she was there or not because she was so quiet.
Like she would win a quiet contest with Fluttershy.
To the point of my mom sometimes had to go in there to check if she was alive. That's how quiet she is.
Mm.
Like, you didn't hear her when she was there. So that's why we were like... That's why I was, like, convinced that she was there, because I didn't think she had work that day. So I was, like, screaming at the top of my lungs for her to come help me for, like, 2 hours before I finally, like, made it through the gasping pain to realize she's probably not home if she hasn't heard me at this point. Is red so gigantic? And since it was red, I expected some form of penis to... No, I've learned my lesson. There's no more penis on screen. It happened once, never again.
We love you too, by the way, Archcon.
Yep, love you too.
Oh, by the way, if you look at the top of the chat.
Hey, look, it's my face! No, so, like, I dropped this freaking TV on my leg, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there screaming for 2 hours before I finally figure out, oh, there's no one in the freaking house. And my phone, I left it on the kitchen counter, which is like a full 5 feet away, which at the time felt like, you know, a huge expanse because I'm in extreme pain. Mm-hmm. I just dropped like a 200-pound TV on my fucking thigh, and it caught me on the corner too. It was like the corner of the TV hit me like dead square on the fucking thigh.
Oh no, that's not okay.
Right? I've never broken a bone before, ever, in my entire life. I've never broken a bone, except maybe my fingers, but it's hard to tell when you slam all of them in the door multiple times. That's another story, I'll get to that. No, but, so, yeah, it was like an over 200-pound, like, I've had to have, like, the burliest guy friends I know come over in groups in order to move this thing.
Oh, God.
That's how big it was. So it like, so I had just dropped it on my leg and somehow magically managed to move it off of it. I've been lying there screaming for 2 hours. I'm still in incredible pain. I'm convinced I've broken my bone because I've never broken a bone before, and this feels like the worst pain I've ever experienced. I was like, it's almost akin to that time I dislocated my elbow, but worse. So much worse. So... Finally, I managed to crawl my way over and lift myself up by clinging to our huge bar stools to get up to the counter where my phone is so that I can call my friend Tara or anyone to come over and take me to the emergency room because I'm like, there's no goddamn way my mom is ever going to be okay with me calling an ambulance for this. And wouldn't that be a trip, is calling an ambulance and saying, I dropped a TV on my leg. Please come help. No, so, like, I call my friend Tara to come and get me because I'm in incredible pain. I can't drive myself. Mm-hmm. So, and I think this was actually before my mom let me drive the 4Runner. I think this is before we had the second car. Mm. So there's no car there for me to drive myself, even if I could. You know, so I'm just in pain. So Tara comes over, and I'm, like, in my pajamas, no bra. I look gross. You know, because I'm like, I had just woken up when this happened. I had been awake for all of like 5 minutes before I got frustrated with the TV not working and decided I was just going to push it to the side and find out what was wrong. And thus, you know, it fell on my leg. No, so she comes over and she's like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not fucking okay. I'm in incredible pain. You have to take me to the emergency room. And she's like, okay, we'll get in the car. And I'm like, wait, give me 5 seconds. I need you to get me some better pants and a bra and a shirt. Why? Because I'm not going there in my pajamas. Get me freaking clothes. And then look away while I get dressed. But, like, help me because I can't lift my thigh. So finally we get me all, like, changed into actual clothes, and I'm in the car after basically having to be carried there. And we're in the car, we get to the emergency room after having to park, like, leagues fucking away.
Of course.
And we're walking in, and I'm just, like, basically in deep meditative state, because if I get out of it for even 5 seconds, I'm gonna fucking cry. This is a lot of pain. So she gives me this, like, you know, the doctor slip, and they're like, fill out what's wrong and all this crap, and I'm like, dropped TV, flat screen TV on leg. Not realizing that at this point, most people have upgraded to the flat screen TVs that weighed, like, less than 10 pounds. So, because for the longest time, I've just still had the huge, gigantic flat screen TV that has the huge fat back on it. So I'm, like, not even realizing that this probably sounds like the stupidest fucking thing ever. You know? As I write it in, and then I give it to Tara to go turn it in, and I can hear them laughing in the room. As they get my sheet. I can hear them laughing about it. Like, I can hear them pointing. Like, I see them at one point come out, look at me, look at the sheet, and then just laugh their butts off after they call me in. And I can tell, within 5 seconds of having the doctor there, that they're basically just gonna send me on my way until I'm like, no, it was an old TV, guys. And they're like, what? I was like, it was over 200 pounds. And that's when they were like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so you can take your laughter and go
shove
it up your you-know-what.
And that's the first time I've ever been on narcotic painkillers. They basically were like, your leg's not broken because you hit your femur, and if your femur was broken, we would all know it. Not just you, everyone. Everyone would know. You'd basically be dead. That's not exactly what they said, but that's what it felt like, because I was in extreme pain and basically hallucinating by that point. So they were like, we're surprised you made it this long without passing out. Because they had me, like, point on a pain chart, and I was like, I'm at 8. I'm on an 8 on that scale. And they were like, oh, huh. And they were like, how long have you been there? I'm like, well, it was a 10 a couple of hours ago. So, like, 3 hours maybe? 3 hours of being at an 8. And they're like, how did you not pass out? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, they are the thickest bone in your body. I know that, and I realize that. It's just, I've never been in this much pain before. So I was convinced it was broken.
So yeah, needless to say, Red did not move our new TV by themselves.
No, I've learned my lesson. Dropping a TV on my leg once was enough of a lesson for me.
They can be taught.
After hours of basically what happens is I actually do have a super high pain tolerance. As evidenced by the fact that after getting my wisdom teeth pulled out, I was at school the next day, even though they told me don't go to school the next day. We pulled out all 4 of your teeth at once. They had to go in and actually cut open my gums in order to get at them. Oh. Because they were gonna come in sideways.
Yeah.
So they had to, rip open my fucking gums in order to get at them. Mm-hmm. And I was seriously at school the next day because my mom was like, I'm not letting you miss school. And it wasn't I was at school. I was taking the cats to the vet. So I took the cats to the vet. This is after school, I forgot. Because this was, like, right before I went to college.
Oh. Archcon does not want to hear about wisdom teeth being removed.
No, sorry. Like, no, but, like, so, basically what happened is they gave me, like, way more, like, way more stuff to put me under. Because it took a lot, apparently, to get me to go under. And then, afterwards, they gave me these painkillers, and I basically took one, and that was it. My pain tolerance is, like, super high. No, so, like, they finally are like, well, you didn't break your femur, we're not gonna run an x-ray because we know you didn't break your femur. You didn't even, we're fairly certain you didn't even chip the bone because there probably would be signs of bleeding, and you don't have that. So, you're fine. Sort of. You're in a lot of pain, though, so here's some
narcotics.
Oh, yeah, no, they gave me narco, and we're like, here's some narco, take one.
Oh, Norco?
Yeah, and then go home. So, I take one in
My mom would love Norco.
Yeah. So I took the Norco, I fill out all the paperwork, Tara drives me home, and the entire time it's like I am a drunk, hyperactive 3-year-old. Those were her exact words for my condition. Drunk, hyperactive 3-year-old with a lot of pain in my leg. And I get home and I've got the emergency room thing on my wrist, and this is after Tara's like put me in bed, and my mom comes home like an hour after this. So I am way in on Norco at this point. I am like super high out of my mind. Because they gave me a higher dose, because they're like, you're a redhead, so you have a higher tolerance to A, pain, and B, it takes more to put you under, and it takes more painkillers to get you to level out. So they gave me a higher dosage. So I'm like way high, and my mom gets home, and the first thing she sees is me shoving my arm out the door with the wristbands for the emergency room on it, going, I went to the emergency room, I'm okay, I'm going back to bed. And my mom's like, wait, what? It's like, I broke the TV broke, it fell on me, I'm going to bed. What? It was just a continual state of my mom asking me for clarification and getting none in return. Yeah, basically. Well, because, I mean, I had been calling her, but she left her phone at home. And I had totally forgotten what the number for the school was, because they changed it, like, twice. And my mom's extension has been changed, like, multiple times, so I don't remember it, ever. I just normally just call the fucking school and be like, hey, call my mom. What? Basically, well, it took forever to get it all cleared up, and then my mom was just mad that I'd broken the TV, even though it wasn't working before then. What? Yeah, it was already not working. The whole reason why I pulled it out in the first place was because I wanted to see if maybe it was the cords that were causing it to not work.
Phoenix says it right there.
Mother of the Year.
She finds out that her child had a TV fall on top of them, and she's worried about the TV.
Yeah.
I swear.
Right? Anyway.
Good God.
I mean, this is not the first time this kind of horrible
Oh, no, I understand that. It's just, ugh.
Yeah. So, apparently, here's the thing, and I don't know if it's true for every redhead, but it is true for me, is apparently the redheaded gene comes with a couple of things attached to it. One is a higher risk for skin cancer. Duh.
Makes sense.
Yeah. The second one is stronger tooth enamel. It's apparently a lot harder for redheads to get cavities than your average person. Why? We don't know. Theory is it's a recessive gene, and you get one, you get more you get one, you're like twice as likely to get another one. I don't know.
The Scots and the Irish know how to make babies.
Apparently. Anyway, so it comes with stronger teeth enamel. Mm-hmm. And then the other part of it is, apparently, we're supposed to be harder to stay under with drugs. Like, we need more, anesthesia, and we have a higher pain tolerance. We also, however, have a higher tolerance for painkillers. Which means we have to take more of them in order to feel anything at all. Which is why when you guys pulled out the, 200 milligrams of ibuprofen, I looked at it and went, oh, this is some weak sauce shit. Because I'm used to taking, 600 milligrams at a shot.
Yeah. Peter's kind of got the...
Almost reminds me of Titus.
The same idea. Once he's mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Christopher Titus's family.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also a bit fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, at least I don't have my mom's issue with anesthesia, because my mom, when she gets put under, she gets really sick if it's not a specific type of anesthesia. Super sick. I don't have that. What I have is they knock me out, and then I wake up almost immediately after it wears off. And they go, you were supposed to be asleep for another 2 hours. Nope, hi, can I go home now? And you know all those funny videos of people after they get their wisdom teeth, and they're all, really out of it? I was not that. I want to go sleep. Okay, sleep.
I sang for my second surgery for removing my wisdom teeth.
No, I was super awake after they woke me up. It was weird. My mom was like, there's nothing funny you want to say? I'm like, funny about what? I have gauze in my mouth. Can I take it out now? No, you have to leave it in. I don't want to leave it in. Too bad. But I'm hungry. I was told I could eat ice cream after this. That was it. I was just mad that I couldn't eat ice cream. I had been promised ice cream. I never got my tonsils taken out. This was supposed to be the time I get ice cream.
Yeah, I think the way that my health insurance worked at the time.
Yeah.
It was cheaper for me to do 2 surgeries than to do 1.
Oh no, I had all of mine out at the same time.
Yeah.
My mom was like, I'm not doing this again. You're going to college without your wisdom teeth. It was like, my mom had this laundry list, just laughing my ass off for my wisdom teeth. So understand that redheads don't need as much. It's true that we don't, but we still need some sunlight. I have to take vitamin D pills because I don't go outside enough.
It's okay. You enjoy your vampiric ways, Red. Shun the sun if you wish.
It depends on what type of redheaded gene you got, because there's the redheaded gene is keyed into one specific gene that controls your melanin.
Mm-hmm.
But because it can also tie into other recessive genes, especially in my case, it depends. You know, every person is unique and different.
Yeah.
For instance, there's actually a lot of people of color who have naturally red hair.
Mm-hmm.
They still need sunlight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. There's a shit ton of theories about red hair. My favorite is the peacock theory, because it's because of the regions where redheads existed, it doesn't really make a freaking ton of sense for why we would have this bright ass red hair that stands out in the middle of a place that snows a lot. It's almost like that would be a detriment. And so the theory is that redheads are more attractive, so basically we're the peacocks of people.
Well, I will say, if you are in those areas where it snows, being able to just look out your window and go, oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, we're good. No one's died yet, no one's down.
There's all the kids.
You're easily spottable for your parents.
Oh my god, because my mom actually did used to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun times, you guys. Fun times.
Fun times.
We're learning about all kinds of things today. Anyway, so it's weird having this new TV, because it's huge, and I've never had something this big.
It's big, it's beautiful, and it makes the pictures look so lovely.
Right? So lovely, so bright.
We watched My Little Pony last night, and Red had to pause the show because they couldn't get over how smooth the lines moved.
Because like, I didn't notice at first because the first show I watched was Star Trek.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it looks like a view screen. Obviously, I'm gonna watch Star Trek first.
Of course.
But, like, when we went to go watch My Little Pony, I was like, everything's moving weird. What's happening? And then I realized, oh, it's actual HDMI. That's why it looks weird. I'm getting used to it. It's still unnerving a little bit. You can hear all the colors right. It's so many colors, you guys. It's so many.
So many beautiful colors.
I'm actually really excited to watch Transformers on this thing. Oh.
So yeah, I think Rob has created a bit of a devil here in reintroducing Transformers to you.
Jesus Christ, he really has. Like, I spent like half the time you guys were gone watching all of Robots in Disguise. All of it, all in one go. That was when I was sick. I spent 2 days just watching nothing but Robots in Disguise and being mad at it for not being Prime. And then I went back and I watched Prime again. And then I got mad because I'm like, I don't remember Ratchet being this attractive. Why am I attracted to robots? God damn it, Robert, you did this to me. Literal things that came out of my mouth. And then it got better because then I'm like, I'm gonna look up pictures of Ratchet on Tumblr, and I made things worse for myself. Like, a lot worse. I should never look for art of fandoms I'm currently into on Tumblr because my reaction is very predictable. I start going, wow, this is a lot of really good artwork and really funny things. I love this, and then the next 5 seconds after that is, God damn it, I'm really pissed because I was not supposed to get this invested. And now I'm over-invested. I'm overly invested.
In other news, I found out there's a My Little Pony card game.
Yeah, she did.
So I'm learning how to play that.
And Robert found, what is it again?
Oh, Force
of Will, right. Which is magic with titties? Titty magic.
It is not magic.
It's
not magic.
It is not magic.
Even though the colors they use are magic colors, but shh, it's not magic.
Right.
You guys.
It's weird because it just reminds me of like, hey, some robots can look kinda hot. Have you seen those new sex dolls?
Peter!
That's not what we're talking about, Peter!
Moving on!
We did get that Optimus Prime, though, that has the Rubik's Cube head.
Yeah, okay, so, on our first trip, was down to see Robert's father, and where his dad lives, is the first Toys R Us that Rob worked at. And because of the Toys R Us situation,
it going out of business forever.
Robert wanted to have nostalgic moments.
Aww.
And go and check out what the Toys R Us had left.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we found was a 2x2 Rubik's Cube of Optimus Prime being a Rubik's Cube.
It's like a pop vinyl, but his head is a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
And we've already, like, what was it? We had one night was it last night where all 3 of us took a turn at it, and basically I was like, well, I fucked this up.
Yeah, and I have to use cheat sheets to figure out how to solve the problem.
Yeah, I'm also not allowed to touch it anymore because apparently I'm not allowed to make it kiss my screen when I pull up a picture of Megatron because apparently that's wrong. Did he just take the Optimus away?
Yes, he did.
Aww. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. Yep. I miss Optimus already.
So yeah, today is the day of Robert and my relaxation day.
Yep.
relaxation filled with work on my end and getting a Prius out of our garage.
Yeah, that did happen.
For Rob.
Thank God it's gone.
It's gone now. Oh my god. Peter!
Brings a whole new meaning to gaydar. Ha, ha, ha.
My brother, everyone.
Aw, Peter, you're great. You know what? I have a good time when Peter comes over.
I do too.
I mean, I do get mad at him for having, like, 3 different fucking bear decks, but that's fine. That's fine. It's fine.
Well,
whatever.
Peter has said, because he has a card in one of his decks,
Yeah.
or I think it's his bear commander deck,
Yeah.
that basically kind of mana screws you. So if you're playing against him, it is the worst thing ever. But if he plays with you, he has promised he won't use it to screw you over.
But only if you work with him. Got it.
Yeah. Well, because in his mind, he wants to win. So this is his way of saying, haha, I am winning. Screw you.
And Peter says he doesn't like blue.
Well, that's because it's not a blue deck. It is a green deck.
I know it's a green deck, but that sounds like a really blue move. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Peter says, I would have more if wizards would make a bear mander. I am so happy I have my dragon commander deck. Peter, I want to see if we can play.
Yeah, I need to make a commander deck apparently, and I'm torn between making a zombie commander deck and making like an angel commander deck, and those are the only 2 I'm torn between. It's basically boiled down to do I hit everyone with the righteous angelic fury, or do I hit them with so many zombies they die from compression?
Yeah, Peter says that his winter orb, the one that basically screws you over, is the only blue thing in his deck. And he wants you to make a commander deck too.
Yeah. So someday soon, I guess.
Well, if Rob has his way, we're probably going to be doing a horde game one of these days.
Yeah.
So you will need a commander deck.
What was it we said to him earlier this morning after you showed me your dragon deck, which is basically a dragon horde?
It is. It's beautiful and I love it.
Yeah. What was it we said? What if you and I teamed up against Robert's horde with more hordes? It's like, so we saw your horde and we raised you 2 hordes. And then he's like, I heard you like horde, so I got you some horde to put in your horde. Oh, it was great.
So yeah.
That was our morning.
Yeah.
And last night, I promised to draw Rob like an evil kitty, because every time he tries to do something evil, he pulls up his hands like he's a kitty cat rolled over onto its back.
Imagine one of those animes with the Neko girls.
Yeah.
And imagine them doing that hand motion.
Yeah.
Of, look, I'm a kitty, meow meow. That is the hand movements that Rob makes, apparently. When he wants to be evil.
When he's doing something evil, he does that every single time, and I'm like, I'm gonna draw him as an evil cat now.
Complete with tail and everything.
Yup. Because it really does look like if you've just rolled a cat onto its belly. You know how it, like, brings its paws up? That's what he fucking looks like.
Look at me, I am a harmless kitty cat, even though I have death claws attached to my hands.
Yep.
And I will kill you if you try to touch me.
Yep. Yep, I got mauled by my aunt's cat. they're like, oh yeah, you know, she's just so unpredictable. And I was like, really? Because you brought 2 outside cats into the indoors, and I think maybe that's what's making the issue with Cookie. You invited 2 cats into her territory. I think she's feeling a little defensive.
Yeah.
That poor cat.
Poor cat.
Not that I don't.
That cat is going through unneeded stress. What's wrong with you, lady?
Not that I don't love my aunt and uncle. And not that I don't think that they're doing a great job with their cats. I'm just like, it's not that she's unpredictable, it's just that she's angry. She did maul the hell out of my hand, though. Battle Hortle.
So, yeah.
Hodor?
I think he was trying to say Battle Horde.
Anyway. Ooh, my background changed again. Let's see what it is. Yep, okay. Hi, Starscream.
Isn't he pretty?
This is beautiful Starscream.
So, yeah. How have you been? Manga Studio has decided to nope out.
You bastard. Well, it's a good thing I just saved.
Haha!
I'm mad at you, though. I'm mad. But I just saved, so joke's on you.
She's still so cute.
Isn't
Look at her.
him. But yes. Thank
He's
you.
still so cute.
Isn't he? I love him.
It's adorable.
Yup.
Sorry, I think with that
very
much
cute.
tentacle hair, it looks a little feminine for me.
Yeah, I know.
So
Well,
I mistook him for a girl.
Yeah, he's supposed to be feminine, so I feel like that red is too dark. Why is that such a dark red? What happened to my red?
I don't know.
That's the red I'm supposed to be using. Why did you change on me, you bastard?
Oh, attempt at mixing Royal and Horde.
Oh.
So Battle Royale.
Royale.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Peter, you go do things.
Bye,
Go
Peter.
be productive member of society.
I'm being productive. I'm drawing a weird tentacle thing.
I'm not saying you weren't.
No, I'm just
I'm
joking.
just saying the people who are watching us probably are not being productive members of society right now.
Oh, that's mean.
It is
What if
mean.
they're relaxing on their break or something?
They probably are. I apologize. I have to go send myself outside now. Goodbye, everybody. I have to go.
No, get back here.
Get back here? No, I'm being mean to our audience.
But you're my co-host.
Well, I'm gonna get something to drink then. Maybe
Okay.
that's what my problem is.
I should drink the drink that I picked out, but yeah. Too big.
Drinking the drink.
Nah.
Alright.
So I found out Tabby, who I love, and if you haven't heard me mention Tabby by now, then
Tabby is the internet child.
no. Jarvis is my internet child.
Oh, sorry. Jarvis is the internet child.
Yes, Jarvis / Yonto is my internet child. No.
Soda.
Yeah. No. Tabby is my basically the second half of my soul that I found online. I love Tabby. They're a terrible influence, but I love them so much. And anyway, I found out Tabby likes Transformers as well. So last night we were gushing right before Tabby went off to bed.
Aww.
Yeah. And I was just like, aw, yay. And I'm like, it's so great that, like, I can mention a thing and Tabby automatically just is already into it. Because I every time I bring something up with Tabby, I'm, like, all set for Tabby to be like, oh no, you fell victim to this thing.
You fell victim to the trap.
But really what it is every time it's like, Tabby's like, you too? And then it just, you know, we do awful things together. Such very awful things. And it's so weird because, like, it's not like we're into it in the exact same way either.
Yeah.
It's just, we have similar tastes, I've noticed.
Mm.
We both like the screaming alien children. Like, I love Peridot. Tabby loves Peridot.
Well, there is lots to love about Peridot.
Yeah. I love Starscream. Tabby loves Starscream. He's my screaming, stupid disaster brat, and I love him.
Has Tabby been introduced to... God damn it.
Knockout?
Oh, thank you.
I
swear, every time! The name that pops into my head is Hot Rod, and I know that's not right!
Totally not Hot Rod! And I'm just cracking up because now I'm just picturing you standing in front of Rodimus and Knockout and calling Knockout Hot Rod, and Rodimus is like, yes, what?
No, because I know that's not his name. So I'm gonna, if both of them happen to be in front of me, I'll be like, you're Hot Rod and you're not Hot Rod. Hey, not Hot Rod, I need your advice on something.
Not Rod! Thank you, Peanut Gallery! Oh my god. Need a minute, holy shit.
I guess because in my brain it's like he's supposed to look sexy.
Yeah.
Another word for sexy is hot, so that must be his first name. I don't know. My brain is a weird place.
You know what's another term for someone that's really hot? Damn, they're a knockout.
I know that! But that's not what pops into my head first. Like, seriously, it's like, and hot, no, not Hot Rod. The other one. The other one. What's his name? I keep forgetting.
It's Knockout.
And I'll remember that for like the next couple minutes, and then if we happen to stop talking about him and start talking about something else, and we come back, I'm gonna be like, and nope, not a Hot Rod.
It's so funny because it kills me every time. Oh god, it's the funniest freaking thing.
Well, I'm glad I'm at least entertaining.
Oh my god. This is Hot Rod and not Hot Rod.
That's just how it's gonna be now. And everybody can keep trying to help me. There is no help.
I forgot to post the cue. Oops. I knew there was something I'd forgotten. Is it already up on Tumblr? Let's find out! That's the other thing, is I finally got, whatchamacallit, my stupid, iTunes back, so it's finally working again.
iTunes back, alright! Doesn't quite work with that.
Alright, no. Well, because, like, my stupid, like, iTunes account got disabled, and I couldn't update my apps, I couldn't, like, I couldn't listen to any of the music unless it was, any of my music unless it was already downloaded onto my computer. So I was like, well, this some bitch. So, yeah, I had to actually call them, and then like, when I called them the other morning, I basically had to sit there for like 20 minutes while she tried to figure out what was happening because she couldn't get her support tool to work. So that's why I had them call me that night, and I totally forgot about it when I was trying to do the art stream.
That's okay.
And that's why Tuesday's art stream ended in me swearing and my phone going off.
Yep.
Or actually, switch that around, with my phone going off and me swearing.
Yep. So, yeah.
Because I really needed to get it taken care of, because I had some very important security upgrades I needed to do on my laptop. And I couldn't do them because you have to log into your iTunes account, and if your iTunes account is disabled, well, fuck you then.
Sorry.
So,
try again later.
Yeah. So, I finally got it handled, and I'm so glad that...
Hello, Unicorn Lord!
Hey! It's Unicorn Lord! I love that name. Every time I see it, I'm just like, yay.
So we are drawing a little...
Well, we're coloring right now.
We're coloring a little octopus boy.
Octopus dragon.
Octopus dragon.
Yes! Why? I wanted to draw something cute.
And look at him, he's adorable!
He is freaking adorable.
And now that I'm seeing it, I think I know why it clicked for me that he was a girl at first.
Why?
Because typically boys have, or like, I guess, drawn boys have a very straight body, and this guy's got some wide hips.
Yes, he does. I actually did that on purpose though, because like when I was actually designing this character, I was like, I want him to look like a girl, and everyone's like, why? And I'm like, because there's a shit ton of cuttlefish males who actively do tend to make themselves look like girls.
Okay.
Like on purpose in order to get to females. Why? Because the bigger males will let them pass. So I was like, yeah, I want that. So I purposely made him look very feminine. And the best way to do that, if you're not going to draw giant tits on a character, is give them super wide hips. And flared thighs, which he does have. And the best part is they look even more flared because he's got the cuttlefish hip things. Hip fins. Hip fins! I call them hip fins.
Works for me.
Because when you see cuttlefish, they are on the side. An octagon. I've never thought of calling him that. That's cool. Thank you. This is actually not my usual style, but I wanted to play around and see if I could draw something a little more cutesy than normal. And this was the result, and I was actually very satisfied with it, so that's what I went with. I was going for something I could do fairly quickly as well, so I was like, I finished it, and I finished the sketch in like less than half an hour. I was very proud of myself. That's the fastest I've really ever completed a sketch. It normally takes me like 45 minutes to an hour. Softer features on a feminine character. Yep. And his name is Aiden, and Aiden is fairly well, he's got very soft features, and because he tends to act fairly feminine, but he's not a girl. Boys can be feminine too, or boys can have soft sides too, and do soft things, and that's what I was trying to do with him.
Yep.
Well, it's like, 'cause I take a lot of like when I'm designing characters, I take a lot of influence from nature, especially if I'm doing an Anthro character. Like, I want them to
represent their species.
Yeah, and so I was doing like a lot of research on cuttlefish specifically when I was designing this character. So I was like, well, I like red, and there's a species of cuttlefish called Reaper. I shit you not, they're called Reaper cuttlefish, and they're so cute. They're bright-ass red, and I'm like, I don't know why you guys got named Reapers, because you don't look a thing like Sovereign to me, but... Mass Effect reference, dropped, okay, I've met my quota. But I really like them. They're, like, bright red, and like all cuttlefish, they change colors, but... And they also are one of the species of cuttlefish. Well, there's actually several species that do this, where the males... are kind of split into two subsets. You have the really big, strong, burly man males, and then you have the males that masquerade as females in order to get past the males to mate with the females. Which
there is a process.
Yes, which I find hilarious.
That's badass Reaper color cuttlefish.
Right. So I basically was like, that's what I'm gonna do, because I like the color red, and I wanted this character to be, you know, to have something of my signature in it, so I've got red hair, red cuttlefish, that seemed to work. So that's what I ended up going with, and I have fun with him. Plus, you know, I was making him half dragon so he could walk on land, and I was like, if his dad is a red dragon, he should be red. And the reason why I didn't give him, like, stereotypical, like, dragon-y horns was because I was looking at different influences for dragons, and I was looking at, specifically Viking-esque dragons. It's so funny, because I used, like, the most badass references ever for a cuttlefish that looks really soft and feminine. So girly. girly as Cuttlefish. But yeah, so Norwegian dragons tend to have this, like, sweeping, this horn that, like, sweeps back and curls up, kind of like antlers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was going for with his horns.
Yeah.
So, he's supposed to look like he's supposed to have horns like a Norwegian dragon. Or, like, a Viking dragon, I should say. It's just a lot of the references I used were Norwegian. Not that I don't know if there's, like, a specific difference between Swedish dragons and Norwegian dragons. I was just like...
Yeah. Dragons is dragons.
Yep.
And, like, I think the ones that really make a difference
Yeah.
would be the Asian ones.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know the Chinese draw them slightly different than the Japanese, which are slightly different from the Korean.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And there's, like, a significant difference.
Yeah.
But it's, like, in the claws, mostly.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, the lion dog dragons in China, and...
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I've done research on this or anything.
No, not at all.
Right? That's totally not why I have, like, 5 different world mythology books directly behind me.
Yeah, that's totally... Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, so right now what we're doing is I am adding my shading colors to my Cuttlefish here, Aiden.
That sounds really cool.
Aw, cool.
Unicorn Lord sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was talking about Unicorn Lord, I wasn't paying attention.
No,
I'm sorry.
I understood what you were talking about. The creating deities. Yeah, that does sound cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I am adding in my my shadows here. I'm gonna go back and obviously make them look softer, but for now, this is just basic shadows, and I'm just drawing them in. I'm trying to go as fast as possible here. And basically, what the light source I'm going for is basically...
It's gonna be so cute.
It's basically I'm having the light come up from, like, down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm, like, pulling the shadows up that way as much as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like that kind of, like, down from the left-hand corner light source, because that is not the first time I've done that. But I like that, so that's what we're doing.
Maybe he's sitting on a rock or something. I don't know.
I'm really excited to start it, but I have a few other things to draw first. Yeah.
Yeah, see, already, we've changed subjects, and I've already forgotten his name.
His name's not Hot Rod, his name is Knockout.
Thank you. I'm probably gonna have to do that, like, 5 million more times in order for me to finally get his name right.
Let's find out if is my background still Starscream? It's still Starscream. Okay. It's not been a half an hour yet. That's how I know. That's how I'm actually gauging time now, is when is my background changed. Okay, it's been half an hour.
It's been 3 hours. There have been 6 pictures. I think I need to stop drawing now.
Right. I'm actually really happy with my stupid gay backgrounds. It's really funny because that's the actual name of the folder where all the pictures come from. Is Red Stupid Gay Backgrounds. I mean, I've clearly shorthanded it to Red Stupid BG, but it stands for Red Stupid Backgrounds. Stupid Gay Backgrounds.
Poor Optimus has lost his head.
Yep. And you might be asking yourself, is it stupid because of the amount of gay, or is it stupid because they're stupid and gay? And the correct answer is both. Both. Yeah. The people normally are being fairly idiotic in their relationships, which is why I love them so stupid much. And also, there's a stupid amount of gay. Like, hey, maybe you could tone down on the gay a little. No.
Where would the fun be in that?
Right? And it's so funny because there's actually a couple of straight ships in there, but there's like only 2. There's like 2. The rest of them are all like pinups of my favorite, like...
Your favorite ships?
No. Well, that, yes, but also just like, here's a character I really like, and basically a pinup pose. Yay. Or just looking attractive. Or being adorable. That's basically all I need.
Yeah. Although I have noticed...
Yeah.
That there's mostly robots in there.
Yeah, there's way too many robots. I tried to level it out with like some Marvel and some BioWare stuff, but
there's no My Hero Academia in there.
No, I'm sorry. I can't. I tried to get more into My Hero Academia, and it's just not working.
Thank you for joining us, Unicorn Lord. You have a lovely day.
Bye, guys.
We will see you another time. Maybe.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Yay.
Yeah. Just
suck hot.
Just so long as we're not yelling, yeah, at the top of our lungs like bulk biceps, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah! You can do that quietly.
No, it's true, you can. I can't. I can't. I'm just very loud no matter what.
That's okay. We love you anyway.
Yep. Oh, I'm so happy I'm home.
I love both biceps. The more he's on screen,
the more you love him,
the more he's just like, oh, you precious cinnamon roll.
Right? I wear many hats.
Like, I just found out today that not only does he work by, not only does he teach others how to work out and lift weights.
Yep.
He also works at the spa.
Yes.
In the town.
Yep.
And he also sells cinnamon nuts.
Yep.
And claims that he wears many hats, so I'm wondering, what else does this child do?
No, but my favorite part is when you find out he works at the spa because he just bursts through the fucking wall and grabs Spike with his biceps.
No, his pecs.
Yeah, with his pecs. That's right, his pecs. And then he just like waddles up with his pecs.
Yep.
And the whole time, I am just dying of laughter.
Yep. Oh, both biceps. Never change.
Oh god, I'm gonna die because I keep picturing it in my head now. Oh god, it's so funny. It's just...
We talk about many things on this channel.
We do, we really do. It's because we there's a lot of fandoms we're all very into.
Hasbro owns our souls.
Yeah, they do. They sincerely do. Just, oh god. So much are we all into like so many different Hasbro stuff. Although I thought it was fairly funny because while Robert was trying to getting me re-addicted to Transformers, I was getting you addicted to My Little Pony.
Well, I will say I was already kind of into it.
Yeah. It's
just I never really seemed to have the drive to continue watching it.
Yeah.
So like I managed to get through. I think we started it on the 3rd season or something. Yeah. But yeah, so I had the drive to go watch all of the 1st and the 2nd seasons, but after that I was just like, there's other things we can watch.
Mm. And then I come along and I'm like, no, you don't understand. It gets really good at season 6.
It's really good. You have to keep watching. Well, okay. I'll watch it. I'd like to watch it. Yes. Let's go.
And now, My Little Pony. Oh, it's my favorite. All I have to do is just nah, 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 nah. It takes 3 notes. 3 notes to get her going. It's great. To be fair, I can do that with a lot of the music I listen to, though.
And there, for me, it's relatively the same. Sometimes it takes me 3 to 5 notes or chords to hear it. There's only one song that I know of where they play 1 chord, and I already know what song it is.
What?
Hotel California.
Oh, yeah. I sang that at karaoke, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah. because, like, if you take me to karaoke, I swear to God, all I'm ever gonna sing is Eagles songs and Fleetwood Mac songs. Why? Because I know them by heart. I might venture out into a Beatles song, but that's it. I tend to actually not go for Beatles songs, though, just because, like, Beatles are at the top of my range, and I've got, like, a lower register, so I prefer to sing in that, like...
Yeah, Red has a manly voice.
I do. I have that, like, deeper drawl, so I'm like... I will sing...
Hey, sing to your ability.
Yep, I will sing Fleetwood Mac, and I will sing Eagles songs, or I will sing deep register villain songs, but I will do nothing else. That is it. And it's so funny because I'm the only one in the house who's seen the My Little Pony movie, and I'm kind of addicted to, like, a couple of the songs. Mm-hmm. Specifically, Tempest, who's one of the main villains. I'm addicted to her villain song. It's great. And I keep listening to it, and every time I listen to it, I'm like, if I were a villain, this would be my song.
Yep.
It's so great, because it's like, it's both slightly righteous, but also slightly condescending. Yeah, which is right in my register.
Well, I think it also helps that, I think it was Emily Blunt who sang her.
Yeah, it is Emily Blunt. I love Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt is an alto.
Yeah.
Judging from her voice
Yeah,
quality.
she's not a soprano.
No, she is definitely not a Christian Chenoweth. Who is also in that movie.
Who is also in that movie, yeah. Oh, God. It's a good movie, though. They had a lot of really good musical guest stars on it, and just, like, in general, it was actually fairly well written. It really just felt like a longer episode of the show, though.
Yeah.
But, like, on a more epic scale, so I was like, I like this. This is good.
And I finally got to see Equestria Girls.
Yes.
Is that all of the Equestria Girls?
No, it is not.
Okay.
We watched up to Camp Everfree, and then stopped because because we need to go back and finish My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Before we can go back to watching Equestria Girls. But, you know, like, I was all set to hate Equestria Girls as, like, just a stupid knockoff. Mm-hmm. And then I watched it, and I was like, damn it, they actually put effort into this. It's like, I can't even get mad. It's actually fairly good.
And I think I do need to apologize to you, Red.
Yeah?
Because of the My Little Pony mobile game that they have, Hasbro has. Yeah. There have been a couple moments where you're, like, trying to keep things secret.
Yes! I have been!
But if I'm to judge what the phone game does, this is what's gonna happen, right? And then Red just curses at me.
Well, it's more I look at her and go, God damn it. Because it's a real, like, I have to fight to keep my mouth shut, like, all the time. I'm under so many non-disclosure agreements. So I'm always having to keep my mouth shut, like, period. Mm-hmm. All the time. Like, I would love to gush about, like, half of the crap that I do when I'm not drawing or on stream. And I can't. And I'm like, I just have to keep my mouth shut about it. So when it's a TV show, and I'm ahead of somebody who's now watching that TV show, mm-hmm. I try my utter best not to spoil things. I try very, very hard. It's very hard for me because I like to gush about things I love. So it's hard for me to stay quiet, especially about something like My Little Pony, where it's, like, fairly obvious where they're gonna go with it. So most of the time. But it gets fun/harder for me to keep my mouth shut when Rob starts, like, speculating. Because then I'm like, I want to say something so bad. And I can't. And then you start in and I'm like, damn it.
Well, I mean, I will say there have been a couple points where I have speculated and, like, you're just, I guess you couldn't just stop yourself or something.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dang it, you're right. How did you know?
Like, and because, like, I want to see I want to see your faces, but at the same point in time when you get it right, I'm like, damn it! It's not going to be as funny now. Oh, damn it, they figured it out! It's like when you're trying to throw a surprise party, but in a funny way, and they figure it out before they get to the party, and you're like, God damn it!
Well, now you've just ruined everything.
Right? Son of a bitch.
You at least act surprised when it shows up.
Right? It's... Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, I'm coloring a cuttlefish, I should say, so that if this thing closes on me, it won't be a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm blurring the edges of those lines I just drew, so I still have that, like, solid background, but it blends more. Although, I might be messing with my coloring technique here soon. Not right now, but soon.
Ooh, experimentation.
Yeah. Well, because, like, I'm getting better with the coloring, but I still feel like there's more that I could be doing to make it look even better. And if you ever stop growing as an artist, that's when you should just stop working, period. Because you can always improve. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like... You know, there's new things I could be doing with my colors that I would like to try. And there's new things with my sketching that I want to try, too. Like, I want to try upping the pen sensitivity so that I can, like, do some really fine detail work stuff.
Ah.
The only problem is I also hate doing fine detail work.
Well, why do you not like it?
Because it's time-consuming. And... like, at the same point that I want to get better at it and practice it and do more, I also know that I'm still not all that fast doing regular sketches. So I feel like maybe I should just get faster at regular sketches first. Because I've seen some people do streams and they sketch stuff out in, like, 5 minutes. And I'm like, I want to get to that point. And I'm not yet. It still takes me forever. But I know I'll get there eventually, and practicing and trying new stuff is a part of that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I might be testing out some new coloring techniques sometime soon. Not right now, because, like, right now, my manga studio is gonna crash on me, and hi, Knockout!
Knockout! And Bumblebee!
And Bumblebee, yeah!
Thank you for saying his name, so I wouldn't have to call him not Hot Rod. Oh yeah, they're gonna go kill off somebody.
Right? That's what it
We'll
looks
take
like.
you guys on. Huh.
I'm just mad. I'm mad that that happened. I was so far along. I need to save more often. Ugh. I hate it when that happens. Damn it. I'm just pissed.
So yeah.
Yep.
How has your week been?
It's been good. I'm glad to be home now.
Yeah.
Watching my mom's house was fun.
Got to hang out with Rex and
yeah.
Daphne.
We got to hang out with my
the
puppy and the
animals.
cat, which is fun. Until I remember how demanding Daphne can be, and then it's, oh god, I want to go home now. Like, I love my cat, but holy crap, she's like right in my face.
Oh my goodness.
And can't pick a spot to get comfortable, and it's always like right in my, like, right where I need her not to be, you know?
Of course.
Like, I keep making a space for her, and she's like, no, everywhere but that space.
That sounded like a poster falling off the wall.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. I don't know about you, I think it's time we just go find poster, things and put all of the posters inside the poster things and then hang them up on the walls.
Do you mean,
poster covers? Poster picture holder things?
The frames?
Yes.
Frames.
Poster frames. There we go.
Poster frames.
Yes. I know what I'm
We're
talking about.
intelligent people here. And we're not...
We both enjoy writing.
Yep, and we're sober, which is hilarious because I actually have a higher vocabulary when I'm not sober.
We're good at the wordsmithing.
Right? Oh, it was
word stuff.
Right? It was so funny the other day after my mom drove me home because we're halfway home and I'm explaining how, like, most of the time, I don't remember, like, my complicated words unless I'm slightly drunk or I'm out of it or I'm, like, on drugs or I'm, like, sick or something. One of my editors, like, likes to talk about how he always knows exactly when I'm either sick or I've written stuff when I'm drunk. And I go, how? And he goes, because you start using your complicated or big words. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean by that. And he goes,
observe.
No. And this is when he, like, flicks out the thing that he's printed out and immediately looks at it and goes, do you remember what perception means right now? Yes? Would you have used it in this sentence otherwise? No. That's exactly what I mean. And I'm like, damn it. Or, like, when my mom was driving me home and I was looking at the rock.
Well, I think that's the end of our stream for the day.
like I just immediately just cut dead and silent. Just, damn it.
I think there's some more updates that needs to happen on Red's computer before Monk Studio decides to cooperate with us.
Oh, I'm just mad now. But I saved, so it's further along.
That's good.
God damn it! I'm not gonna quit until I get this done. I don't.
Good for you.
Don't care.
You show Manga Studio who's boss.
Damn it! It's me. I'm the boss.
You are the boss.
Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So I'm in the car with Mom, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like halfway home, and I'm explaining this story exactly to Mom, and I'm looking at the rocks outside of the window, and I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I really love the striation of the rocks in this pass. And that's when I pause and go, I must be out of it because I remembered a big word. I remembered what striation meant. And also that it was a word. Because it's not that I forget what words mean, it's that I forget they exist. And then my brain is like, no, that is a word that exists. Use it. And I'm like, oh my god, that's right.
You know this word. Use it. I promise, it'll be good for you.
And my mom's like, this is because you swear too much. I'm like, no, this is because I don't... It's because, like, I have too much going on in my brain.
That's how your brain works.
Yeah. It's like, I have so much going on in my brain at any of 5 seconds that it takes me a really long time to... Well, it's not a really long time, actually. It takes me, like, no time at all to get words out my mouth, but because there's, like, 5 different other thoughts going on in my brain, it's like, when I'm trying to focus on talking, it basically goes, here's things, say word now. Because in the back of my head, I also have, like, maybe a song playing, or maybe I'm thinking, damn, I'm really warm right now. So it's like, I can't say those 5 things at once. I only say the one thing, but damn it, that one thing is not having the worst time getting out of my frickin' mouth. Alright, so now we're using my gradient.
I got to hang out with Jack for 3 days.
Jack?
Jack is Robert's grandparents' cat. Oh my goodness, he is such a good kitty.
Aw, is he a pretty kitty?
He's a pretty kitty.
Mm.
He is black and white, and he loves to catch the laser pointer.
That's cute.
I tired him out twice.
I had
all just from standing in one place and taking the laser pointer and putting it at one end of the house, all the way down to the other end of the house. And having him go back and forth like that.
I had a laser pointer for Daphne at one point, but I don't know. I haven't been able to find it. It must be buried somewhere. Because I will find it again, like random most of times. I will find this thing and be like, oh hey yeah, the laser pointer. The cat loves this thing, and then I remember, oh yeah, the dog does too.
So you have Rex and Daphne chasing the same laser pointer?
Oh God, no, it's great. Because Rex is kind of like half-hearted about it. He doesn't really give a shit. But Daphne gets real into catching that laser pointer. So you'll have the cat throwing her entire body at catching this freaking red dot, and the dog just going, eh. and then walking over, and then And it's so funny because out of the two of them, I believe Rex would be able to catch something. Way more than I believe that Daphne would be able to catch something. Why? Because I've actually seen this dog catch something and eat it. And there's been the remains of dead furry things in the backyard on multiple occasions, so I know he's good at it.
Rex is a good doggy.
He is a good dog. It's terrifying to look at, but he's a good dog. He's just this, like, big, half German Shepherd, half Doberman dog, and he looks terrifying, but I love him so much. And now he's allowed up on the couch, so now it's, like, an even closer amount of snuggly love. Because he does like to snuggle.
Yeah.
He likes to be very close to you. Because he likes to know where everyone in the pack is right now. Has to make sure everyone is very well protected.
Yep.
And oh no, there was a sound from outside, must go investigate. Okay, it turned out the sound was coming from the cul-de-sac down the way, and it was just someone getting into their car. And I barked at them, so everything is fine now. And that is my dog in a nutshell. I love my dog, but Jesus Christ.
I will say, I think that is one of the funnier comics that I've seen that involve dogs.
What?
Basically, it is the dog who is like, I hear something. And for us, it's him barking, but he's like, calm down, human, everything is okay. I will keep guard over you. And then the human's like, no, stop barking. It's okay. It's all good. No, human, you don't understand. Everything is okay. Stay calm. That is a good doggy.
That is a good doggy. It's a good dog. Such a good dog. Alright, so now I will call it quits. We've been on here for an hour.
At least.
Yep. An hour and a half. So we've been on here an hour and a half. I've gotten quite a bit done. I started on the more advanced shading. So this is good. We're good. Okay. Thanks for joining us, guys. This has been great.
Bye, everybody.
Had a lot of fun. I haven't turned it off yet.
Let's say bye.
I know. We should have some more stuff in our store here soon. And now we have an Amazon store on top of our Teespring store. So, and you can also check out my art or find out my commission info on my art blog, redputsartinyourface.tumblr.com.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's a link below the videos.
There might be. Who knows? Anyway.
Check the links below, and if not, you can tell us on Discord.
Yep. You can join us in our Discord.
Chew us out.
Yeah, you can join us in our Discord chat. Alright, this has been fun, guys. We'll see you at the next stream. Bye!